Put your hands together for marijuana activist and all-around great human being, Arlene Williams!
Hi! Come on, everybody together! Hi! Higher than that! Oh, I'm so glad to be here to see all these people and familiar faces, new faces. I'm just not happy about being here for why I'm here to speak. But seeing you all is really a high point for me. In fact, I think from hanging out this morning, I may be a little bit messed up, but I'm going to do my best to talk to you, to tell you why I really came, and that's because of medical marijuana. I am a third-stage breast cancer survivor. It spread 3 times. And 32 years ago, they told me you got a 20 to 25% chance to make it to Christmas. Well, I never dreamed in my whole life I'd be standing here in Union Square screaming, "Hi!" How many of you really, honestly, smoke pot? Oh, okay. I have to stay here till at least 6. I'll see you guys later. But my doctor was the one that turned me on. He said, look, I went from 125 to 85 pounds. I didn't respond to any medication. And he said, look, you're going to have to do something, you know, reach out. And in those days, those were the olden days, I didn't have a cell phone, and I knew I had to go all the way home to even get one or get a telephone and look at my address book. I was sure I'd find somebody. I wasn't that out of the loop. But I stood in front of NYU Medical Center and I said, God, please help me. And I walked like I knew where I was going, wound up in a schoolyard and met Jesus. I said, Lord, you got a sense of humor and you work fast. Jesus gave me religion big time that night and became my ally. Later when I became a little bit more, well, I had finally started to respond to the medication, so to speak, and I was doing better. I volunteered for 1 hour a week in an AIDS hospice. That turned out to be about 12 years of my life, and Jesus became my ally. And of course, none of these people are alive today. There's no cure, and that's another thing. The money that is generated from all of this war on drugs could be going for research for AIDS. It could be going for research for cancer. Anyway, we tried our best to relieve whatever symptoms they had, and unfortunately they're not here, but I do this because of them. I carry all of these guys in my heart. We had all men where we were. One day though, after I really got better, I picked up the newspaper, and here was a woman, an Afro-American woman, a great-grandmother like myself, a little bit older. She had colon cancer. She got busted on 179th Street in the Bronx. Her name was Barbara Jackson, and she wasn't stupid at all. She knew how to maneuver things, and she had Ron Kuby, the civil rights lawyer. He represented her. I went straight to the phone. Normally I'd see a story and I thought, oh, I should write a letter, I'm going to make a call, and I never did. But this time I called Ron Kuby. I said, I'm white, I live on the Upper East Side, I'm a great-grandma, I'm about the same age, I have breast cancer. That wouldn't have happened to me. It wouldn't be impossible, but it was highly unlikely. Anyway, Barbara's case was dismissed. Her and I became the Ganja grannies. We were like the black and white Scotties on a Scotch bottle. We were glued to the hip, and we did what we had to do. She passed away August 08. Somewhere in this audience, hopefully, are some of her children, because I did invite them to come, and they know I try to keep her memory alive. All of this is to say, we can't keep doing this. I was born in 1937, March 4th, 1937. My claim to fame, longer than federal prohibition. I always say 75 years today is not a long time to live. But 75 years without a legal hit is eternity. We have one weapon, and that's the Constitution. We have the right to vote. We need to educate ourselves and the people around us. Opportunities are presented every day where you can open your mouth and say something. We need to legalize. I promote wearing the green ribbon because that opens a lot of doors for me. I can go anywhere with the green ribbon. I can't go anywhere waving this, you know, not too many places. So people will usually say, well, what does it mean? So I can immediately go into what it means, and it means legalization to me. And we need to know our candidates. I don't tell people who to vote for, but it's your job to know who you're voting for. And just voting for somebody who says, I'm going to legalize marijuana, well, no, we're going to smoke no matter what. We've been doing that. We got to take in all the issues for all the people that are in this country. Because, you know, we want it legal, but nothing. When I was a young girl, I thought it was legal. I didn't know, you know. So I hope today, when all of you go home tonight, that you don't forget all the facts, all the figures that have been presented to you about how much money has been spent. I don't think the focus is really on the money. It's all about the drugs. But if people realize how much of their tax dollars are going to a war that, it's just, why? But, you know, we're not stupid. We know why. The money being made from that war, the addiction is worse than the drugs they're trying to eliminate. So big money, okay, you'll always find somebody that's willing to take that chance. Know your candidates, vote. That's about the only thing we can do. In the meantime, stay blazed, keep it lit, and pass it around. Legalize!
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Ganja Granny!
Welcome, everybody. How about one more time for that hat? That is fantastic.
The cookies at this granny's house are just a little bit better.
I gotta tell you about this hat. I haven't worn a hat in 50 years. You know, ladies used to wear a hat and gloves and pearls to the supermarket. So I don't wear a hat.
This is what happens when you let granny smoke weed.
Anyway, the man who made this hat, I think his name is Carlos. So they told
Carlos, are you here?
There's a butterfly on your lapel. Look at that. There's a butterfly just landed on Arlene's lapel. That's a good sign.
Ganja Granny, everyone! Ladies and gentlemen, we now want to bring to the stage